Hey boys and girls, today we're going to be talking about text-dependent questions. What are they and how do we answer them? Well, let's break it down. There are 3 words in that term, text-dependent questions. On your sheet of paper, you'll also see these 3 words put together, kind of like a math problem. I'd love you to pause right now and answer what a text is and what it means for something to be dependent. Make sure you hit pause while you're working. When you're done, hit play. Okay, great. So at this point, you should have written down what you think a text is and what you think it means for something to be dependent. I know that you know what it means to ask a question. Let's see. Well, a text is an article or story. And really, to be dependent, it means something's needed, or you have to rely on it. So, let's see. Put together, needed article. The story or the article is needed. The story or the article is needed to answer a question. Therefore, a text-dependent question is a question about a story or article that requires looking back in the text, like for evidence to prove our point. Awesome. At this point, please pause the video and write down the definition of a text-dependent question. When you're done, make sure you hit play. So, how do we answer text-dependent questions? Well, here's the answer. There's a really cool mnemonic device or an acronym that we can use called RACE. We read and then we race. The R stands for restate the question. You're good at that. Then answer the question in all of its parts. Make sure you use a complete sentence. Next, you're going to cite evidence from the text. Cite simply means use it. You know how to find a direct quote in the text and put it to back up your answer. And then last but not least, you need to explain that evidence in your own words. We're not going to focus on this part just now, but you can definitely try it if you'd like. See, you realize that you're already halfway there. You've seen these charts before. Why does Jack like the poems that he reads? You put your answer in one box and your evidence in another box. But did you know that if you simply write your answer from your chart onto lines, you've already completed the R and the A of race? And if you copy that evidence onto the lines right after your answer, you can count that as your C, citing evidence. Here's the problem, though. We need to make it natural. It's really awkward if you answer the question and then you quote bomb or just throw your quote in. It doesn't sound natural. However, in your yellow treasure chest, you have an awesome resource that has both of these evidence starters here. They're also in the classroom on the wall. These are great sentence starters that you can use before you use a quote from the text. At this point, I'd love you to pause the video and take this out in your yellow treasure chest. When you're ready, hit play. Okay, now that you have your evidence starters out and your practice sheet on your desk, let's follow along. Make sure that you follow along with question number 1 at your paper. At any time, if you need to pause to catch up, that's okay. Just hit play when you're ready. I'm going to do mine on the computer, but your sheet should just look like mine. You should already have this whole top part filled out. And if you forget how to answer a text-dependent question, you have race. Let's check it out. After reading pages 31 to 41 of Love That Dog by Sharon Creech, answer the following questions using evidence from the text as support. Use an evidence stem, that's that folder, that resource sheet in your folder, to help make your statement more natural. If you'd like, you may attempt to explain the evidence in your own words as well. Okay, make sure you're following along. Number 1, why does Jack like the poems that he reads? What poems are they talking about? Okay, I need to reread. Let me see. Always need to reread before I race. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Awesome. I actually kind of wrote down some notes here for myself. He says on page 33, that was so great. those poems you showed us where the words make the shape of the thing the poem is about. He must like the concrete poems because he likes the shape of them. Okay, so I would write in here, race. R stands for restate the question. Okay, so Jack likes the poems that he reads. There we go, restate the question. Now I need to answer it. Jack likes the poems that he reads because they are concrete poems and are shaped just like the object they are about. Period. I did my R, I did my A. Now, C. C stands for cite evidence, okay? Cite evidence. Well, let me find my evidence first. Okay, that's so, page 33, let's see. That's so great. Oh, okay, here we go. That's so great. Those poems you showed us where the words make the shape of the thing the poem is about, close quotation marks, and that's page number 33, and it starts on line number 1. Awesome. You guys know this. You know how to R, A, and C. But the important part is putting it together. Right now, it might seem a little tedious to copy it, but once you get the hang of it, you won't even need this chart anymore. This chart is like training wheels. Okay, so let me try it. You have lines here, but I'm typing mine out. Jack likes the poems that he reads because they are concrete poems and are shaped just like the object they are about. Okay? Oh, Miss Linehart said I can't quote bomb. Okay, so let me take out my resource sheet. I like this one. In the text, it says, there we go, I'm not just quote bombing. That's so great. Those poems you showed us where the words make the shape of the thing the poem is about. Close quotation marks. Page number 33, line number 1. Okay, I restated the question R. I answered the question A. I cited evidence, so that's C. And now Miss Lenhart said I could try E if I wanted to. I'm going to try to explain it. Let's see. Okay. Jack is talking about how he was talking about the apple poem and house poems he read in class. Awesome. Okay, R-A-C-E. Awesome. And now let me quickly self-score. Boys and girls, at this point, you should know how to answer a text-dependent question based on what I just showed you. Again, if you need to pause and catch up or rewind, go ahead and do so. But if you're ready, you can try it together. Try working on question number 2 with a person who's sitting around you at your table or your group. If you feel like you don't need the chart, you can skip right to the lines and try to reread and race to answer a TDQ with your partner. Don't forget to hit pause. Now that you've answered the question with your partner, make sure you self-score and see how many of letters of race that you can get. If you're ready, try it on your own. All you have to do is log into Formative and try answering the 3rd question on your own. Flip back here or check out the anchor chart on the wall if you need to review, race, or how to answer a text-dependent question. Good luck!